developing standards for modular peripherals and promoting their worldwide adoption is what our next guest does. The association is PCMCIA, or Personal Computer Memory Card International Association. How many of you knew that? Show of hands. Aha! I thought it's been a while since we quizzed you on that sort of thing. Marketing Committee Chair is Manny Pitta. Is it Pitta?
Yes, that's close enough.
I should have asked before we started chatting, but we were talking earlier, and I just always knew you as Manny. So
sure.
How are you, and welcome into tomorrow.
I'm doing fine. Thank you very much. Happy to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you with us. First of all, let's talk about the thing that's got all the buzz happening these days,
Okay.
and for some time now, but it's Express Card. Let's talk about the Express Card technology and how we've gone from what was the older PCMCIA to now Express Card, which is still part of the association, the organization, right?
Right. Well, PC card, or as a lot of people know it as PCMCIA card, dates back to 1989. So it's been around a while. And it went through several revisions, went through performance enhancements, various things, up until 2001, which was the very last standard that we published. And at the time, we recognized that in the future, that we were going to have some applications that really needed more performance than what PC card could offer. So we took a look out there and said, USB and PCI Express, two buses that were coming on strong and could offer benefits to the end user in a card format like this. We said, okay, it's time really to go to a new standard, really to come into the times and follow the advancements of these new buses. So we developed the new standard, Express Card technology, and we published the first revision of that in 2003. So that's been a little while, so it's had some time to work its way into the marketplace.
Sure. As a matter of fact, all of the newer laptops that we carry don't even have the PCMCIA slot anymore. They're all Express Card slots.
Right, primarily in the consumer segment. And in the corporate segment, it's a little slower. It takes a while to work through the installed base and get through all the IT folks who do a lot of very rigorous testing of their equipment. So it's a little slower there, but definitely in the consumer segment, you'll find in the marketplace, you go into some of the retail stores and you do see Express Card slots out there.
And more, of course, will be coming. One of the unique things is that typically, as in anything else with electronics, the newer technology is smaller, yet certainly more robust, more feature-rich in the ability to do things. I had to pull out an older PCMCIA card, which happens to be my Verizon Air card, which I use constantly, in my older Sony Vaio. But if it was a newer Sony Vaio, for example, it would need the Express Card version of this Air card. So the difference, of course, is remarkable of some of the things that were much larger in the past. And those watching our video podcast, I'm going to ask Derek to kind of come in tight on these cards, and you'll see the comparison here. And of course, if you are not watching the video podcast, then don't worry. Come by the website anytime at your leisure. We'll archive it so you can see Manny's interview and look at the cards. So this would be the older one, and of course its size. And then check out on the desk here how small they have become. By comparison, and again, more robust in many cases. Now, this isn't an Air card per se, but they come in all sorts of flavors now from various providers. What are the most common uses these days for Express Cards?
They vary a lot. Some of them are like this module right here. This one accepts several different memory card formats. For instance, you could take your SD card from your camera, and in this way, you could add an SD card capability to your notebook computer, or Sony memory stick, or various ones. This particular module supports 7 different module memory card types.
And this is awfully small and this is a 7-in-1 card adapter.
That's right. This is very small. This is the minimum size for an Express Card module. It's 75 millimeters long and 34 millimeters wide. And there is an optional larger size. It's 54 millimeters wide, which is the same width as the old PC card. And we did this in order to support things like a compact flash adapter, which this is. And also for other things like TV tuners, which may need more room for the electronics inside of it, or more room to dissipate heat, or for connectors that may take take more room. So,
good point. So even as small as we get with things like express cards, we still have to be able to make some connectivity issues solved and things of that nature.
Exactly.
And here's a classic example of an AverMedia TV tuner express card. And you can see where you have access to an antenna and that sort of thing, but has more electronics. As small as it is even, it's still not quite small enough to fit into the smallest form factor.
Right, and we believe over time that applications will be able to fit into the smaller form factor. So over time will end up with a 34mm only card. And you do see some notebooks out there today that only do support the 34mm size.
Yeah, and there you need an adapter if you've got older equipment, whether it's an air card or anything else. You don't need to throw them away if they're still working.
Right.
It ain't broke, don't fix it, right? But it's good to know that you are future-proof as well with the new express card capability.
That's right.
And adapters are readily available. We had the CEO of Dual on not too long ago and talked a lot about how express card is really growing dramatically.
Right. Dual is a big supporter, one of our members. Along with a lot of industry leaders are members, and that's really where the standard comes from. It's supported by and actually developed by Dell, HP, Intel, TI, just all the major players from notebook vendors, module, and component vendors, the mechanical components. So it's really the industry working together to develop the standards.
I think it's amazing that you get that many huge industry players together to agree
on something.
I mean, that's a task in and of itself.
It's quite a process, yes.
Exactly. Now, Manny, how does it compare to USB 3? Because we're beginning to hear more and more about the newer USB standard, and is this sort of a competitive angle, if you will, to express card, and do you sort of fight for the technology to win out, or is it, are they going to play nice together?
Right. Actually, what we do play nice together. We work very closely with the PCI-SIG and the USB-IF, who develop those standards. And in fact, a lot of the players are sometimes the same people that represent their companies in the various associations. So we work very closely with the standards bodies, PCI-SIG and USB-IF, and we're always looking at what's coming up next for them with their standards. And when appropriate, we take the new features and benefits of those standards, those new emerging standards, and we roll them into new revisions of the express card standard. So as those features become appropriate for this usage model for notebooks, then we will incorporate them.
Terrific. Where do you see us headed into tomorrow then with express cards? Certainly more manufacturers getting more products available, but what do you see as being kind of the killer app for express cards in general?
Oh, killer app. That's a tough one. I think rather than the killer app to bring on a new technology, this is really or new usage model. This is the older usage model, which is to add peripherals to notebooks and bringing it into tomorrow.
Okay, very good. I'd like that even better.
Right, there you go.
So again, we're covered. Do check out their website at expresscard.org for more information and certainly details on all the different things available. Some great Q&A there on the website as well to really give us a better understanding, more so than the time we had here at CEATEC Japan. But we're delighted to find you, not just because you spoke English, but because it's a great thing to continue to talk about. So keep up the good work.
Right, thank you.
Thank you. Manny Pitta, Marketing Committee Chair with the PCMCIA, which is, again, Personal Computer Memory Card International Association, promoting Express Card. Expresscard.org for more. We're back with more from Tokyo, Japan. I'm Dave Graveline. This is Into Tomorrow on the Advanced Media Network.